What's good, everyone? Scotty White, World Combat Sports. Post-fight recap, man, of what actually went down. What actually went down tonight, as a lot of you seen on TV. It's good that my boy Diego Magnolino, man, he was crushed in the first round. That his opposition, man, was extremely tough. I'm not gonna lie, he wasn't playing around, and the body shots that he was throwing on Magnolino was unforgiving. You know what I'm saying? Um, First of all, I want to get out the way. Shout out to Monster. He went in there and got the shit done. Went in there and stopped Jason Maloney. And a lot of people was giving him the check in the box to make that happen because he's supposed to be, one of the hardest hitting punches in downward division. And that's why they named him Monster. And as I put in the description, he improved his record, with another KO. He stays unified. And it's only going to set him up for a bigger fight. He improved his record of 15-0 in world title bouts. 27 years old, 3-division champion. I mean, he's doing big things, man. Moloney, of course, he had experience too. It was a good matchup. But him coming off the momentum from his last fight in the bubble to facing a fighter like Monster Inoue, Inoue, you could tell that Monster went back to the lab. Did what he had to do, came back, looked sharp, and he stopped the man. Shout out to Michaela Meyer. She stopped Brodnikov the way it's supposed to have been done. And you know what I'm saying? The shit like that happens all the time, man. Then you got Mayer, who's the legitimate world champion. She went in there and got the shit done after her opponent said, I just brought you the belt so you can see it. I didn't bring it because you're going to take it from me. I'm not worried about that. I brought it so you can see it. So deal with it. A lot of people was talking about Homie McGill. I'll get to him. I'll get to him. Barrios and Call. When I was watching Call take the fight to Barrios, you could tell he was tight. He wanted to keep the fight tight. He didn't really want to allow Barrios to get off, right? He wanted to really, keep that knot. He didn't want to cinch it down tight enough to the point where he blow everything out. He just wanted to just pull him in a knot a little bit, drain him, put some pressure on him, and see what the results are going to be. And he was having some success, not in the early rounds, but Barrios was experienced. Barrio he was so composed in there with knowing when to counter and knowing when not to exchange, because at certain points in time, in my opinion, it looked like Barrios was having problems with Carl. But all he was doing is just checking out how Carl was, trying to move. What can he do to exploit the strength of Carl? Because Carl was showing all his country strong strength early in the round against Barrios. Barrios was remaining, calm, composed. He counted when he needed to. He didn't let go a lot of shots. You know what I'm saying? Because Carl was looking strong. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, like in the third round, I believe, is when I was telling people, I said, Barrios is starting to see Ryan Carl's punches. He's starting to see them in motion. Ryan Carl is having this adrenaline dump. Boom. It's leaving his body. Then when he started trying to throw those power shots with the right hand, Barrios was seeing him. He was slipping back just a little bit. I'm saying, hey, he sees it now. It's on the radar. He sees the shots. And the rest went downhill from there. He started breaking Carl down. Carl like hit a wall. When I say Ryan Carl hit a wall, I actually watched this shit. I'm looking at the fight. I said, damn, there go the wall. Now Barrios is seeing everything that Carl has. It's no coming back from it. Not the way how tight he was. You know what I'm saying? How much adrenaline he had built up. How he was ready to get it in. It was done. What's going on, Dion Washington? How you feel, bro? What's going on, Lumbros, man? Salute to you. Yeah, man. Post-fight recap. Now let's get to the main event at hand, man. I have to, it's late. I know it's daylight saving, so I'm good. I'm glad. Hey, everybody who's tuning in, I appreciate you. Then check this out. Post-fight, you had Gervonta Davis, man, going there against Leo Santa Cruz. And, once again, apart from his pure boxing skill and the dog naciousness in Gervonta Davis, I told you dudes is a savage. Listen, I told you all Gervonta Davis is a savage. I do not use that word just because so freely. I have told you all Gervonta Davis is a motherfucking predator in the ring. He's absolutely savage, man. He was licking his chops with Leo Santa Cruz. I know it's easy for people to sit up here and say, well, we want Gervonta to pay for what he did outside the ring. Look, boxing has had a lot of fighters in their time who fucked up shit outside the ring. I'm not condoning it, but Gervonta Davis isn't the first. I saw a different side of Gervonta tonight. I saw Gervonta setting traps. I saw him allowing the fight to come to him. I seen him make changes from being too far outside Leo Santa Cruz's range. He was trying to pull Leo at certain times so he can land that right uppercut. He was trying to pull him in, but sometimes Leo was just being patient because he felt Gervonta's power early. He said, you know what? I'm gonna give or take here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him some, and I'm gonna take some back. I'm gonna give him some, take some back. And then when Leo Santa Cruz really started to feel Gervonta's power, he started to really be a little bit more late on his timepiece, on like he's used to throwing all these punches per round. Leo Santa Cruz was not that guy to just be impulsively ready to exchange with Gervonta Davis each and every time that he felt Gervonta was close enough to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I know to a lot of people, when you look at the sport of boxing, right, and you saw this fight, a lot of you all were saying, Leo Santa Cruz knocked him down. Leo Santa Cruz, oh my God. It was a trip, people. It was a trip. And Gervonta knew it was a trip. And what happened when he made it back to his feet? He went right back to work. Now, you have to credit Gervonta Davis for making changes. He made changes more so than Leo Santa Cruz. He did. Like he was boxing off the back foot. He was trying to set those counter traps. It was pretty. He was trying to lure Santa Cruz in. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta cardio was looking good. He was trying to bring Leo Santa Cruz in and hit it with that right uppercut. He just kept on going back to it, and then he switched it up. Okay, you know what? When Floyd whispered in his ear, when Floyd was ringside and he was talking to Tank Davis, I'm not sure if they showed Floyd talking to him, but when Floyd was talking to Gervonta listened to him, even Calvin Ford in the ring. Floyd spoke with Gervonta Davis. I'm not sure what he said. Gervonta came out like it was a doghouse in Vegas. He did not show Leo Santa Cruz any more love and respect like he was showing him in the early rounds. It was on. It was pressure. Gervonta Davis still stuck to the game plan, but he started pivoting out now. Now he started to use his movement to his advantage and cut his angles better. He really started to show people that he does have diversity his boxing game, because a lot of people felt like, why are you standing in front of this dude? Leo Santa Cruz is the beast. He has high volume of punches. But listen, like I told you, Leo Santa Cruz was feeling Gervonta punches, just like motherfucking New Yorkers Gamboa. Y'all cannot sleep on freaking Tank, especially at 130. Oh, vicious. Oh my God. Tank is just vicious with his punches, y'all. 130? Oh my God. I'm telling you, it's different between looking at fights in person and seeing them on TV. Dion said Chisora was robbed. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. Yeah, I mean, you think they're gonna give Chisora a win over freaking Usyk, dog? Hey, you right, man. But I gotta stick to Gervonta. I like the changes that was made with Gervonta, not just to go to the well a lot with his uppercut. And I know I've told some people this before, that Gervonta has power in both hands. He can hit you with the right, he can hit you with your left. If it can be an uppercut or a hook to the body. But what's amazing and beautiful about Gervonta Davis is that he was using this right uppercut and left uppercut. He was. He was just setting traps, luring Santa Cruz in, and he just kept touching him to the body. And Leo was trying to hold a poker face. But those who was there in the arena looking at Leo Santa Cruz, I'm like, you know, that shit hurt. Leo Santa Cruz feeling this shit. He's feeling it. And you see Gervonta Davis just start walking his ass down, walking him and walking him, being patient, stalking him. You can feel the energy. It was the dog pound. It was motherfucking no clock on. Floyd was like, go get it. We ain't on the fucking clock no more. We going for the stoppage. We ain't going for no motherfucking distance. We're going for the motherfucking stoppage, and it's gonna happen. Beautiful. Amazing sweet signs. Student to teacher. Student to teacher reached out and hugged the teacher through it all. The student in Tank. Hold on for a second. The student in Tank reached and hugged Floyd, which you really don't see a lot of, man. He showed Floyd that love, bro. Student to teacher, y'all. I know there's plenty of people not gonna give Floyd his credit, not gonna give Gervonta his credit for being down there in training camp with Floyd. But I'm asking you all to understand one thing. You might want to give him this credit. That was a damn good fight. That was a hell of a fight tonight. That was something special to watch. Look, I ain't never been. Well, I can't say that. I can't say that. But black people was acting like they seen Muhammad Ali fight. We was happy when that knockout happened. As brutal as it was, the arena was going freaking crazy. And that's just the shock value that Tank gave us when he knocked Santa Cruz out like he did. Me just looking through the ropes, I'm just looking at Tank make these changes, and I'm seeing his rhythm and flow, and I'm assessing how he fought Yorkis Gamboa. I don't get down. I'm not saying wasting time, but I don't get down to the strictness of coming on here breaking down what I was looking at. I kind of give an overlay to what I actually watched. The way he fought New Yorkers Gamboa, it has some similarities in the way he approached Leo Santa Cruz. But with this fight with Leo Santa Cruz, being it was of a different weight than what he fought Gamboa, he proved to people that he still has power at 130. With the weight cut, his cardio was decent. I don't know how many times that were y'all able to see it, but it's sometimes doing exchanges. Tank Davis was basically talking to the crowd. Even though we were social distancing in there, Tank Davis was talking to the audience that was sitting ringside. He was entertaining. When he started to set Leo Santa Cruz up and break him down, listen, he knocked out Leo Santa Cruz in the corner with his team, his dad. Hear me out. When I go to some of these fights, and I'm kind of there just zoned out looking at the prompter and through the ropes and just trying to see how a fighter is either handling the controversy they're in or what type of combination they're trying to set up. Them trying to set traps, how they're processing what's going on. What am I looking at right now? What's going on with Tank? It wasn't too many people in the arena think Tank was in trouble. We really never thought Tank was in trouble, even with the damn slip. We didn't think it was a knockdown, even though Leo Santa Cruz tried to hit him while he was going down. Yes, he did. And that that hip, almost that hip throw, that outside leg sweep that Tank put on Leo Santa Cruz, that was the beginning of a message to say, you light in the ass. You light in the ass. When he tossed him over like that, what happened? He started to bully him, y'all. Tank went to bullying Leo Santa Cruz. And I like he didn't try to bully him the whole entire round. He just bullied him enough to get some more out of him. Here's a push-pull method. I'm pushing you to pull some shit out of you. And he started pulling and pulling and pulling to the point where they felt like, you know what? We got him right where we need him. And let's go to work. Dog pound. No goddamn stopwatch. No clock. Let's go. Bully him. Walk him down. Punish him. Punish him. And when he knocked him out in front of his freaking family, it was brutal. It's one of the most brutal knockouts in boxing. I know we just seen Alexander Povetkin knock out Dillian White. But if y'all didn't hear the punch and you wasn't there just to listen to the impact his punch had against Leo Santa Cruz, and I like Leo, man. Leo coming down the runway, the tunnel, the walkway. I like Leo Santa Cruz. I like Gervonta coming out with the Mexican colors. Oh my God, dog. It took me back so much to Floyd. He came out, and I didn't tell you how I knew he was coming out with that, but I already saw his outfit from someone who I gave my word I wouldn't tell. But I didn't even put it up. I already saw his shoes and everything, man. I was like, damn, that's nice. That's what's up. But the way Tank hit and landed that uppercut on Leo Santa Cruz, and the way he twisted his head back, and Leo Santa Cruz dropped, and he landed kind of somewhat with his right leg bent behind him slightly. It wasn't more so like it was underneath him all the way to have an ACL or PCL tear from his body weight falling back on it and ripping his knee up. But when I tell you Leo Santa Cruz is over there under the bottom rope, sleep, I thought he was dead. I thought Leo Santa Cruz was done. Leo Santa Cruz wasn't moving. Leo Santa Cruz's head was all the way up under the rope. It was brutal. It was a brutal knockout. And I've seen plenty of Deontay Wilder's knockouts where he knocked dudes out. Like, they're brutal too. It's hard to compare who has the more brutal knockout. Dominique Brazil, Gervonta Davis. Like, when he knocked out Dominique Brazil, or I have to get at Gervonta. The reason why I give it to Gervonta? Because Leo Santa Cruz was asleep beneath the corner. He wasn't moving. That gives the advantage over that. If I would say, okay, Deontay Wilder knockout out of Luis Ortiz, where he hit his head, the back spray came out, boom. Guess what? Luis Ortiz got up. Leo Santa Cruz did not. It took Leo Santa Cruz quite a bit of time to get up. Then, he had the smile on his face, good sportsmanship, and that's what it's about. But when I tell you that the punches were landing, y'all need to take in deep consideration about this lightweight division. You need to take and understand that the king, Teofimo Lopez, I'm telling you look, there's certain information you can only hear when you're on deck. I'm telling you, they are trying to make a Teofimo Lopez and Gervonta Davis. You can tell who you want to tell, but it's a fork in the road. It's plenty of prongs out there for them to make a fight with whoever. But I'm telling you, after seeing what you've seen tonight, now people are clamoring and say, you know what? We have to really, just take a step over here to the right and see what's going to happen on November 7th with Devin Haney. And Devin Haney has already been in there. And I mean, Yorkis Gamboa has already been in there. So now it's time for Devin to step in there, give us a good showing so people can start saying, okay, what is the trifecta right now? We have Teofimo, we have Devin Haney, we have Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is on top of the fucking world right now. He's on the top of the fucking world. Before, people was like, they wouldn't even put him, I didn't even put him in my top 5 at lightweight. Now he has to go in the top 5 at lightweight. He has to. Teofimo Lopez, number 1. Gervonta Davis, I'll say Gervonta Davis, number 2. 3 would be Devin Haney. And 4 and 5, Vasily Lomachenko, wherever he may be, somebody send the search and rescue out. He might be somewhere in the junior lightweight division. I don't know if he's planning on campaigning at the lightweight division anymore. Who knows? I don't know. But right now, when you take a multi-division champion and then he picks up another belt, there's no way Devin Haney is in front of Gervonta Davis. No way. There's no way that Teofimo Lopez, okay? Teofimo Lopez, the unified champion, the king right now. There's no way that one belt is above, in front of, beside, or even have any type of legality to speak as if they're number 1 in lightweight division. It's not happening. It's not even something that's cordial enough to say, you know what, let me play around with it, let me finesse it, mold it like some clay, and then return you with a better statue of understanding to say, he could be up there. No. We're waiting for Devin Haney to come over here. And listen, let me break some other shit down too. If Devin Haney goes in here and KOs Gamboa in 6, all right, 6 or 7 rounds, right? Let's give a take. KO 6 or 7 rounds. What it really truly does is saying that he was able to defeat somebody that Tank has already fought. All right? That's being honest. He's going in there to defeat someone that Tank has already fight. He do it in better fashion. Then guess what? Now they're going to look at what fight should we make first? What is the beneficial fight for us for the boxing? What's going to make us the most money? Are they going to look at the performance of Yukis Gamboa? Or are they going to look at what just happened with Gervonta Davis fighting a 4-division champion? Now, people, let's be clear when I'm talking to you in the AM, because I love my supporters, and I had to come back from a hard week's work. I had to. But we need to get some things understood. In order for you to rank a certain individual fighter in a division, you have to do comparables. You have to, first of all, are they a champion? Okay. How many championships do they have? Okay. How many divisions have they been champion or contended in as champions? You have to take that into consideration when you're talking about who's the best in the division. All right. And of course, you have to take a look at the opposition and who they fought, how they looked. So the list can build on and on and on if you take boxing fans who want to be anal retentive. They just want to show any type of love. It's always like a bombastic response to ask them a simple shit ass question to give you something, to give me some facts. Who do you believe is a top lightweight right now? And of course, Teofimo Lopez is. And then second would definitely be Gervonta Davis because he just picked up a belt and he defeated a poor division world champion in the 6th round in brutish, decimating fashion. It was one of those moments that make you think, why do I do what I do? This sport can take a life at any time. And when it boils down and you have to sit there in temperature, what is going to be? Are you going to run out the pot? Or are you going to stay there until it boils over and let them know that you're all about the fire that boxing brings to the masses? You're all about that. Tank Davis was all about being in the boiler tonight because I'm telling you, these haters was out there saying, Tank, he getting his ass whooped. He doing this. And motherfucker don't know shit about a motherfucking goddamn Oreo. They don't know nothing. It gets pitiful when a fighter has plans and you have to adapt and overcome in boxing. And we saw Tank was able to do that with Leo Santa Cruz while he was looking strong. And I commend him for trying Leo Santa Cruz. He was able to land maybe 3, 4 good multiple combinations on Tank Davis. Tank Davis took him well. When Tank was on the inside getting hit, please do me a favor and understand that sometimes Tank chooses to get hit by voluntarily standing there and trying to collect data on what you got for him. That's just how he operates. Sharif Tanks took some shots over the head behind the ears. They all known for delivering and ease. Kobe 2K fan, KO. PJ Williams, my brother. What's good with you? Salute to you. Salute to Sharif. Everybody that's in the building. Body shots. And these young guns open a new era in the weight class. Talk to them. The body shots in full effect. And you know what? They never abandoned Tank. They never abandoned. They never abandoned Tank, y'all. They never abandoned Tank. Tank is a savage. He face anybody in the lightweight division, it's going to be a good fight. He face anybody in the lightweight division, it's going to be a good fight. Y'all need to get that on the calendar. Y'all need to sit up here and grab a pencil or two. We need to get a collective group of boxing channels together and just talk about a POA. We need to talk about a POA for them to begin to kind of linking up these fighters together. Who can we link up together for this POA, this plan of attack? Should it be T.O. facing freaking Devin Haney first? Should it be T.O. facing Gervonta Davis? Because I truly think a little bit of that momentum changed tonight. But how do you get that momentum back? It's the fact that you go in there and you decimate Yurkis Gamboa. If you do not decimate Gamboa in any way, shape, or form, and in the process of decimating him, it's something that no one has never been able to put him through. You have to stretch him out like he's never been in a position like that before and let the EMT figure it out. That's pretty much what's going to have to happen. Because going the distance with Gamboa, I really don't know what is going to be the response for you to convince the fans that, well, and he's a tough guy. That's the same thing Javon said. He's willing to take some punches, and that's the same thing he said. And, you know, But the one good saving grace with Gervonta Davis is he stopped him in the 12th. It doesn't have to go to the rounds. But back to my boy Gervonta. We knew the knockout was coming, but we really didn't quite understand, was it going to be the 7th or 8th? Those are my prediction rounds, for him to get freaking knocked out. And I just saw how Tank kept luring him into the ring, like into the corner of the ring. He just kept luring him. And I'm not going to toss out any conspiracy theories or anything, but he put him right over there in front of his pops, bro. He put him over there right in front of his family. And he started landing. He started sending CAS, y'all. Close air support. Tank started shooting surface-to-air missiles. And they was vicious. What does this do for Tank? It now brings him into the auditorium with credibility, you know what I'm saying, with his credentials, with the resume that is absolutely respectable. Now people will start talking about Tank Davis in a light that he can be shared with the top 2, 3 in the lightweight division. He deserves that shit. Man, if it's any individual that'll come on here and say, you know what, I don't have time to talk about it, he don't deserve shit. You just hating him. You're a hating ass motherfucker, You got the hoe in you. You got your hoe in them. When niggas get the hoe in them, they act different. They dress different, they talk different. And then, they call up motherfuckers. They give them some stupid ass advice. But the knockout, man, that was a damn good fight. I'm telling y'all, that's a good ass fight. I got people texting me before they even hit the replay. Tank got dropped. Let's say, for instance, he did get dropped. How many rounds left in the fight? How many? Just explain how many motherfucking rounds in a fight. He gets up. He goes back to the grind. No more playing. Tank is on a different level. I think stylistically, he should face Gervonta and Leo. Stylistically, somebody get knocked out. Somebody going to sleep. Real talk. I don't know what the talk is going to be like after all this settles down. I don't know. You know who else was a dog tonight? Regis Progress. Did Regis not perform like he knew what was fuck going on after that loss with Josh Saylor? Y'all got me fucked up. Regis was hitting that guy with a right left in cadence. He didn't fucking care. I like the way he was moving. He had his hands down a little bit low for me. But Regis did his damn thing, man. And I have to look for him for what he was able to get done tonight and getting that stoppage. Only bigger fights gonna come. Only bigger fights. I'm eating Skittles in the AM. Talking to y'all. So, Pastor, who do you think? Um, with Javante, let me go back a post. Javante? No. Or you talking about Leo Santa Cruz? Ruben Rue, man. He ain't fucking around. He wasn't fucking around tonight. Ruben saying, you know what? I don't hear you all talk too much about me getting my rematch with Josh Taylor. You might not think I'm warranted, but I'm absolutely warranted to get that rematch. And the way Ruben Rue was fighting tonight, he was in control. He never looked like his opponent was hurting him. Reed just dictated the pace, man, and touched him up real nice with the jab. And he did let his hands go and make sure those punches counted. But that knockout, we saw it all the way from the fifth row. The fifth row. We saw it from the fifth row. Mm-hmm. And Javante Davis, who he should fight first, I put it like this. Take that back. I just figured something out. Hold that thought. Good question. Whoever asked it. But hold that thought. Hold that thought. Light bulb just came on. Hold that motherfucking thought. I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna get back with you. Absolutely. I ain't in the building. What's good, man? Sharice said Ryan Garcia needs to be put to the test. He is gonna be put to the test. We have two. Lomachenko's secondaries with Luke Campbell and Javante. Both of them fighters go do well. And Tio's not available. I see Haney Garcia. Take out that old Haney Garcia. And then Teofimo Lopez. I think the way this fight went off tonight, definitely the bigger name to fight. Definitely. If y'all don't know, you better ask somebody. I don't give a damn who don't like it. I don't. I'm not gonna tell you I have the right to my opinion, none of that. But right now, two heavy hitters like that, both of them cats can box. I'm gonna see Javante Davis, Teofimo Lopez. Mm, mm. That'd be a motherfucking war, y'all. That would be a motherfucking war. That would be a fucking war. I really hope it happens. I really hope they start to select their opponents that make money. Because for you to negotiate your contract $2 million, obviously you had the savviness or the financial intellect But say if I don't start setting bars on my negotiation right now, then how am I going to have the necessary tools to step up and negotiate in the future if I really never took the opportunity to negotiate? So 1.2 good, that's good. No, it's not good. Then he turns around and say 2 million even. His shit goes up from here. His second division, he might be getting upwards of 6 or 7 million if it's a live gate. That's wild. One of the most brutal knockouts you'll see in boxing. It's not just a knockout and a drop. It's how they drop. And then the process of looking at their mannerisms. Look at how their mechanics have been shut down from up top neurologically. And Leo Santa Cruz can't move. The knockout goes from the sender to the receiver, and then, first and foremost, the aftermath. That's what it comes down to. The aftermath. But before you get knocked down, get back up. I said, okay. But before you get knocked down and like you sleep, bro. That's a big problem, people. But help me understand. I got such a bright idea. I'm gonna use it for another live. That was a good one. We're gonna see what the fight fans want in this fight with division. So we won't have people running around and the cord is hanging out just a little bit too much because they haven't changed in a couple of days. These are dudes. You want to make sure your shit ain't dripping on yourself. We like wearing white shorts. But you need to understand, people are going to be advocating for a different type of fight other than what people expected coming off that Lomachenko fight. Now we have to push the narrative by Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. I mean, not Gervonta Davis, Gervonta Davis and Teofimo Lopez. We have to put that narrative out there for people to start linking up to it because it's going to be grand. I believe it can do great numbers. I believe it can do solid freaking numbers. No offense or buts about it. I just thought his dad, the Leo Santa Cruz dad, was looking at his son pass away. And that's no cap. That's no freaking, all gippy, laughing, jovial and shit when you see somebody's head bounce off the canvas. But the way Gervonta hit him, he slipped over here and shot that damn left up. Oh my God. Just me doing that motion. And then Gervonta just got down loading that bitch up. I will say that there comes a time. Oh, it comes a time that people need to wake the fuck up. Cause it comes a time that you need to wake the fuck up. It comes a time that what you're watching in the ring will blow your motherfucking mind. It comes a motherfucking time. that what you're watching in the ring may blow your mind. There come a time that what you're watching in the ring will blow your mind. There's come a time that when he lured him in the corner and said that right, came back to him, said good night. It's come a time when you're about to go to sleep. It come a time. Man, he got down. He was brutalizing that dude. It come a time when you know a KO is coming. You have to know at a certain point in time that a KO was never meant to be one of those individuals that you give all the credit for being a nice guy. You don't give KOs the credit for being a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? You don't give them shit except compliments if it's land and the mannerisms and the impact of what the mannerisms that your body go through once you're being hit and punished with an uppercut. You know what I'm saying? It comes a time when you have to validate and co-sign that Gervonta Davis has some of the best uppercuts in boxing. He's bringing that old Mike Tyson flavor to it. Leo Santa Cruz is making those body commitments too. He was committed to the freaking body, y'all. Leo Santa Cruz was committed to the body, and he wanted to try to break his opponent down too, but it wasn't happening. And sharp game plan early on. But Leo Santa Cruz, you know, he got his temperature checked tonight. He got his temperature checked, his oil changed, all that. You just didn't. You came in here with the wrong weight as far as to handle these rugged, off terrain, freaking situations you're gonna go through tonight. You probably got the lowest form of oil, just route on pavement, and you go down the road, not a bump, very smooth and all that. But today was something you should have had something in there that's gonna get you over the hill. You know, had some diesel in there, had something that's gonna take you to a whole nother mindset there, Leo. But you fought the best fight that I think you possibly could have fought. And you know, you did touch Tank Davis up. Extremely entertaining fight. How will people respect it outside as far as, you know, still trying to say Tank was knocked down. He wasn't knocked down. Clearly see the trip. But then the way the rounds start to register for Leo Santa Cruz, because I had the first two rounds, Leo Santa Cruz 2-0, 2-0. And from then on, Gervonta Davis took over the motherfucking camp. He took over the camp, y'all. Insurgency. We have spotted an insurgency, please. What's the coordinates? They called in the guns. Tank came in with the guns. At the third, Tank, you know, started to put his hands together, land some nice shots, keep his distance well, be patient, boom. Easy round 3 win. Number 4, same thing. Came out, let Leo Santa Cruz dictate just a little bit through the round, and then he took over. He didn't overly do it in the 4th round, but he started to take over and get his momentum back. The 5th round, I want to look at her. It's one of those individuals where she knew what was about to happen. She knew she was about to lose a friend. And the way she was going to lose her may require her to find a chaplain on speed dial. But this is going to be bad. She knew from everything experience-wise in boxing, that Tank was getting looser and looser and looser as time went along. Tank wasn't backing up, man. Even when he did back up, it was just a ebb and flow in it, just a shifting. You know, it wasn't like he was forced to do it. It wasn't like he was depleted. It wasn't like he was absolutely just saying, you know what, I'm committed to putting these rounds away like Vasily Lomachenko. So he didn't want to do philanthropy work like Vasily Lomachenko and be in a given mood during the holidays. No, that's not the way we operate. Gervonta did not want Leo Santa Cruz to give him anything except his best effort. That's how you give the holiday spirit. You don't go in there like, you know, Vasily Lomachenko and Alexander Usyk overrated and give away the first half of the fight because you thought you had the significant super duper master plan to come back in here and say, I took over a fight in the back end. Huh. What's that saying? What's that saying? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Well, guess what? Yeah, sometimes in boxing it is a freaking marathon, but mostly it's a sprint in certain cases when you're trying to freaking win the fight. You stick around and have a marathon over here, your ass will be UD. If you tough enough to last, your ass will be UD. Ultimate dummy to letting them rounds get past you. So Leo wasn't in a good mood, but Tank was. And what I seen tonight, man, Tank was basically sending those uppercuts to Leo Santa Cruz. I'm talking about he sent them to him with all the blessings. And he gave him hall passes. He gave him discounted entry passes. He gave him so much before knocking him out. He was giving it to him. He was putting in his philanthropy work, and he was being a giver. He was allowing people to know it extends way past boxing, y'all. And then he delivered the package. Oh. The shot hole heard all around the world. See how he slipped that straight right? Boom with the left uppercut. Now, come on, man. Come on, man. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. The shot was brutal, yo. But check this out. I definitely enjoyed getting back into the fight. Seeing Tank fight again. That was my fourth time seeing him fight. And he's gotten better each time. Man, Tank is a savage, dog. And that's not to basically overlook all the other fighters that fought tonight. The only thing I'm saying is it is a lot more to talk about when you have a bigger name out there. That's just the way it goes, people. It's always going to be a chain of command. It's always going to be a ranking system. It's always going to be tier etiquette. And then it's always going to be an opinion-based media outlet who is just out here saying, check this out. I'm going to tell you what I think. And that's that. You know, you don't have to believe for truth. It's just opinions. That's all it is opinion. You have to take it upon yourself to really do some soul searching about this 135-pound division. Because what Gervonta did today with Leo Santa Cruz, it would have been great if it was the other way around. He was trying to pick up his fifth division. I truly couldn't be able to tell you if I know if Tank can earn that could earn a third, fourth, or fifth division. I'm not absolutely qualified to say competent in my, competence, my level of competence. Will I commit to something like that? I don't know if he's able to. But what I can tell you, if it was him going his fifth division, it would have been a great day in boxing. It would have been a great day for Baltimore. It would have been a great day for Calvin Ford, Kenny Ellis, Floyd Mayweather. It would have been a good day for AB, all them guys who's been around Javante all this time. It would have been a good day, but yet it still has that shine to it, like a diamond, because now it sets up an appointment at the jeweler for Team Teofimo Lopez, because they're gonna go out here now and say, you know what? I seen this motherfucking diamond in the window shining now. He look familiar. No, what's going on? Oh yeah, he just come off that freaking knockout for Leo Santa Cruz, 4th division champion. I get it. Now they start paying him attention. Who is going to be the easier negotiation? Who's going to bring more prestige to the table? That's tough to say. But coming off this performance right here, Leo Santa Cruz, y'all, coming off this performance, I'm telling you, people are going to be calling Teofimo Lopez and Javante Davis. I'm not saying it's not going to be silence out there that want to go the other way. But right now, the way people was cheering on Javante Davis, I believe that the energy is picking up just right for them to really start to commit and say, okay, this is who we want in there with Teofimo Lopez. He is a unified champion. Let's go. Let's go. It was a nice weekend, man. And shout out to Teofimo Lopez Senior, man, the lightweight kings in the business, in the building. Know your fans and butts about it. And for those people who support World Combat Sports, man, I always gotta show you love. Thank you. It's late. It was a hard weekend of work, but that's the way it's supposed to be. It's great. Come out here in the trenches, man. God damn, just take a walk. Get your media out there, do an interview with some of these fighters, and learn the game. That's all I can say. This is what my priority is. Going out here covering the sport. It moves on. When I come over here and choose to come over here, then it is what it is. Regis a dog. Man, Regis is a dog, man. He showed me a different side of him tonight. Regis is a motherfucking dog. I liked the way he kept the pressure on him. He landed his shots with ease. He wasn't really worried about counters. He really wasn't worried about counters. He was just walking his opponent down and putting in an effective, proficient punch delivery. And he was scoring well, man, and he ended up getting a knockout. He was doing damage. The way he fell out, he gave me everything I wanted to see tonight. Tank's favorite punch, he set up for that left uppercut. Man, the way Tank slipped that straight right, man, he just slipped. The way he sent that uppercut. The way Tank sent that left uppercut, people. I need to basically elaborate on that shit just a little bit more. The way Tank set up the uppercut was full of maliciousness. It wasn't one good thing that I can say about it except it land. But the attitude that it had, its behavior, it's used to being a bully. Tank went out there knowing that he can break Leo Santa Cruz down with those uppercuts. But the last one that he landed, y'all, that shit needs some psychotherapy. That uppercut right there has no compassion. That uppercut It's one of those type of units that is extremely destructive. The kind that you see that box with the handles on it and say TNT on the side. That's the type of uppercut that Tank Davis possesses and his power. I mean, he's just on a whole nother level with it, dog. Now, I'm not saying it significantly separates or divides when it comes to quantitative, assessment, quantification, when we want to give percentages on each side on who hits the hardest. I'm not going to do that. I always said that Gervonta Davis was the second hardest hitter outside of Deontay Wilder. But now, I think, a good reason for him and T.O. to go in there because they have pretty decent punching power. But now you have Devin Haney stepping in there with Yorkis Gamboa really soon. I really want to sit back and watch that and give him his assessment out of all three. I want to make my assessment out of all the three because those are the top three lightweights. Period. It's done. I mean, it's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We have Teofimo Lopez, Gervonta Davis, and Devin Haney. So right now we're pending a performance against Gamboa, and then come back from that. But really, Gervonta Davis coming off fight camp, Teofimo's coming off fight camp, and also Devin to be off fight camp of this next fight. So all of these guys are prime. I'm telling you, just keep your eyes tuned. What I tell you, they are looking to try to see what they can bring together negotiation wise and make a fight happen with either Teofimo Devin Haney or Teofimo freaking Gervonta Davis. But as you looked in the media, Floyd said what? I want him to get one more good fight before he steps in there with Teofimo Lopez. Who's to say at that time Devin Haney may not wait and say, we want Teofimo Lopez now. That's what we need. That's what we want. Can you make it happen? Can we get Gervonta Davis now? Can we get Teofimo Lopez now? Are the people going to be answering the questions? Because you got three heavy hitters for 2021. Are they going to freaking answer the question? Can I get Teofimo Lopez? Can I get freaking Gervonta Davis? Can I? Hey, Floyd, can I get Gervonta now? Can I get freaking Teofimo? I mean, you gotta go for what you know. But salute and congratulations to Gervonta Davis, man. He's a dog. He's a motherfucking relentless. He's a relentless predator, man, with bad intentions. I'm not saying it's no good in those uppercuts, but I'm just telling you the type of mentality that comes along with those uppercuts, the type of mentality. It's brutal, y'all. You can tell Leo was trying to get Tank off. He threw three lazy rights and get caught after the third punch. Leo did good, but don't think he would be the same after the fight, a KO like that. I get it, logic. I agree, man. Like Leo Santa Cruz is not going to be that guy, man. If you saw his face, man, and felt the sound of his body hitting the floor, it make you want to turn on the body, let the body hit the floor. The body hit the floor, and people start going crazy. I mean, look, the floors, the ones that was on the floor, we was going crazy, including myself. I'm not gonna lie, I was going but well, man. I was goddamn turning up. He was running all around, grown fucking man. And I said, you know what? Stop, man. Stop acting like that, man. Because Leo Santa Cruz hasn't got off the canvas yet. Just chill. And people start settling down because boxing is a dangerous sport. And man, it's no way I would want to see Leo Santa Cruz Nah, no, he had to get up because of what his father's been through, and Leo had to get up. No, Leo, you ain't going away today in front of your dad. You're not doing that. Boxing is not taking you away from us, Leo. But when he was over there lifeless like that, I was like, this is all bad, dog. And then they finally was able to get him to his feet. And I was happy to see him smile, crack that smile again, man. You know, Leo's just speaking in kindness. He always had that smile on his face. But he seemed a pretty decent spirits walking back to the tunnel. That's one of the most brutal KOs. And look, let me educate you on something. A KO is not just the connection that comes from the glove to the jawline or the body or whatever, and the person drops. And you know, it has a lot more to do with that. One point of reference can be the way the knockout was delivered. How did the person look when they actually received the knockout? And what determines one of the best knockouts that you can put up there in your top 10 or 15 in boxing is what happened to the opponent once he was connected with the power shot. How could you assess their behavior and body mannerisms on the canvas? Where they automatically just take a little bit of time, was a flash knockout, they get back up and they're good to go. How did you assess the aftermath? That is what gives knockouts a grade as being the best. That right there, the aftermath. What is the fucking aftermath? Is it Pacquiao face down aftermath? Is it remains to burn? Is it Isaac Dolbe? I mean, the list can go on and on, people. But what? I just hope the man's okay. I know Javante's okay. They probably got them celebrate. Hey man, these cats wanted me to go to the strip club with them tonight. I said, no, Shawty, I'm from the land of the strip clubs, homie. I ain't going to Texas to those strip clubs. And you know, they walk up in there and they got I'm not even getting into that. I'm spoiled off where the strip clubs at where I'm at. I'm spoiled off that shit. Anyway, back to boxing. That's all I have about Tank right now. Because I have to wait till I get back to the cut, man. I gotta get back and everything. I gotta put them wings, get them wings out there and get back to where I'm supposed to be. But it was a good weekend of fights, man, here in San Antonio, Texas. And I salute everyone who I was able to check bases with here. Good friends. You know, shout out to the Street Twins, and you know, shout out to some other names I'm not gonna mention because you know they don't deserve to hear those names. And I don't want you trying to say something of the other, man. You know, I just want to keep it moving. You know, let my actions speak, get the boxing shit out the way, and that's what it's about, man. We have a big card coming up next, and you know what it is? It's Danny Garcia and Errol Spence. I told y'all, I like being out here in the field, getting the shit done, running. Even though it's not as plentiful as it was in the pandemic, I still was able to get and learn some shit that I didn't know. I appreciate AB about billions. Um, you know, he gave me, you know, he kept his word, and you know, I was able to run into him. He was cool, man. He was in good spirits, dog. Good spirits. Robert Easter couldn't get him, you know, because he was deep in the conversation. But E Bunny is always a cool cat. So I had to catch up with him on the back end, man. Like, I had to catch up with him when he's in another region. That's when I catch up with him. That's about it. I got to get this stuff taken care of, man. It's been another recon mission. Don't worry about anything else. Those of you that's in the chat, COVID, I don't feel sympathy for Leo because that is a cash out. He robbed us of a chance to see him and Gary Russell. So I think Tank for putting him down. Well, he only has how many losses that Leo Santa Cruz has. He still can face Gary Russell. It just has to make sense. It has to make business sense and career sense to Gary Russell Jr. right now because all that energy that was placed up there, it went away. So being that the way Leo was fighting in the early rounds against Tank before Tank made the adjustment, how would that look with Gary Russell Jr. at featherweight? Hey, should Gary Russell now fight him, meaning that he was stopped by Tank in the fashion for which he was? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I can't tell you. Because is Gary Russell going to go in there and knock out Leo Santa Cruz like Gervonta? I don't think so. And don't come in here and give me some hypotheticals and shit. I don't think he's going to get it done. I'm to be honest. I don't think Gary Russell has a punching power, of course, to go in there and lay out Leo Santa Cruz. But anything can happen at that weight. Leo's have to go back down and weight. He's good with that. But hey, it is what it is. Oh, that's all I got, people. Let me read the rest of these comments and then we out. Retro in the house, man. 79 boxing. Salute. Salute to you. 2K fans, let the bodies hit the floor. That is definitely the theme song. Absolutely. Let the bodies hit the floor, man. I'm gonna try to put that track. I'm gonna try to put that audio track to that shit, man. But they will flag your video like no other, man. I'm serious. They'll flag you video like Gervonta Davis' hand, goddamn, just straight up molested Leo Santa Cruz jawline tonight. You know what I'm saying? It just came out of nowhere. It was like that shit was inappropriate behavior, people. The way Gervonta landed that left uppercut, it was just like inappropriate behavior. We need to start thinking of freaking first degree something. You know what I'm saying? We need to start thinking about first degree when it comes to Tank Davis landing that left uppercut. It was first degree. Now, whatever comes after that first degree, but it starts at first degree. It wasn't third. It wasn't second. First degree, motherfucker. God damn. That shit was first degree freaking malice assault. That shit was first degree. Crack your jaw in half, and you know you're not going to be right for quite some time now. So we should start a Leo GoFundMe for his expenses to replace and refurbish and goddamn rebuild his jaw after being cracked like that by Gervonta Davis. He needs some type of instructional manual to see can we put some freaking titanium in there for next time. You know, I don't think the jaw is ever going to be the same. From glove to jaw, that shit was meant to have lethal intentions. And that's what happened tonight. He busted Leo Santa Cruz, unlike we've seen him busted before with an uppercut. And it almost seemed like he left the ground. I'm not sure. It seems like his feet left the ground, but I'm not sure. But I know when he was on the canvas, it was bad. It was all bad. He wasn't moving. He was frozen. And I don't fuck around with that type of shit. Like I'm glad his father was able to. I bet they embraced back then. I'm glad he was able to see his father come up out of there. And then, Leo Santa Cruz fight ended. But still, I think they was able to potentially go in there and hug, embrace, and just say, let's just thank Father God for all the blessings that we do have. Even though we've took some bumps and bruises at this point in time, thank Father God for what we do have. This is World Combat Sports, people. Heading out from San Antonio. It's been a pleasure. turn up and tune in always. Real talk for those of you that support. Turn up and tune in.